Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a rat named Rufus and a cat named Oliver. Rufus was a clever and mischievous rat, always looking for food and adventure, while Oliver was a calm and vigilant cat, tasked with keeping the village free from mice and rats. Rufus and Oliver were aware of each other's presence but had never really interacted. The villagers often saw Rufus scurrying around, stealing small bits of food from their kitchens. Oliver, on the other hand, would quietly observe Rufus from a distance, knowing that it was his duty to catch rats like him. One sunny afternoon, Rufus decided to explore the village's local marketplace, filled with various stalls selling fresh produce, cheese, and fish. The enticing aromas drew Rufus closer, and he couldn't resist the temptation to have a feast. As Rufus stealthily made his way through the marketplace, he didn't notice Oliver following him closely, his eyes fixed on the mischievous rat. Rufus finally arrived at a cheese stall and started nibbling on a large chunk of cheddar. Just as Rufus was about to take another bite, Oliver pounced on him, swiping his paw and narrowly missing the rat. Rufus squealed in surprise and darted away, trying to escape Oliver's clutches. A thrilling chase began through the marketplace, with Rufus skillfully maneuvering through tight corners and narrow alleyways. Oliver, determined to catch the elusive rat, followed closely behind, his sharp claws scraping against the cobblestone streets. The villagers, amused by the chase, gathered to watch the spectacle unfold. They cheered for Oliver, hoping he would catch Rufus and put an end to the rat's thieving ways. However, some secretly rooted for Rufus, admiring his cunning and audacity. The chase continued for what felt like an eternity until Rufus found himself trapped in a dead-end alley. Panting heavily, he turned to face Oliver, who was slowly approaching him, his eyes fixed on the rat. Instead of attacking, Oliver surprised everyone by speaking in a calm yet stern voice. "Rufus, I've been watching you for a long time. Your mischief has caused a lot of trouble for the villagers, but I can see that you're smart and resourceful. There's more to life than stealing food." Rufus, still catching his breath, listened intently. He had never imagined having a conversation with a cat, especially not during a chase. Intrigued, he cautiously replied, "What do you mean? I've always had to steal to survive." Oliver explained, "There are plenty of mice and rats in the fields beyond the village. If you promise to stay away from the villagers' homes and crops, I can show you how to find food without stealing." Rufus hesitated for a moment, weighing his options. He had always longed for a life that didn't involve constantly looking over his shoulder. With a hint of curiosity and hope, he finally agreed to Oliver's proposal. From that day forward, Oliver became Rufus' mentor, guiding him to the fields and teaching him the art of hunting for his own food. Rufus discovered a whole new world of abundance beyond the village, and his days of thievery were left behind. As time passed, Rufus and Oliver became an unlikely duo, spreading a message of understanding and cooperation between cats and rats. The villagers marveled at the unusual friendship and gradually began to appreciate Rufus for his transformation. And so, Rufus the reformed rat and Oliver the wise cat lived peacefully in the village, proving that even the most unexpected friendships could lead to remarkable change and harmony.